Hey guys, welcome to the video. My name is Technify. So the camera is off right now because I am doing a commentary about some of the best TF2 YouTubers, and this is going to be a first part of a 3-part series. I already decided what the first two people I'm going to talk about is, but I'm not sure who all I'm going to talk about. So who knows? So I'm going to talk about first Uncle Dane, and then Wheezy, and then I'll have one of you guys vote for who I should talk about next. The reason I wanted to talk about those YouTubers because they're some of my favorite. And so yeah. If you guys do not know, Uncle Dane is a YouTuber who's mainly known for his engineer gameplay. He first joined YouTube in May 2006, making his first TF2 YouTuber. His first video that's not privated was a Team Fortress 2 video about engineer rollout. Editor, pull up a clip.
Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Why would anyone need to do a rollout during setup time in MVM? Well, why don't you just ask yourself how the NG can drink a beer through his eyeball without even holding it? Let's move on to the Manhattan rollout.
As you can tell, he is not the best at editing, and his mic's pretty new. It was apparent from the very beginning that he loved the game. He made a very educational video about engineer rollout, which I did watch, but I've kind of forgot how to do it. But his editing was very good for the time. To be perfectly honest, for the time, his editing was very good, as most people at the time did not know how to edit. Hardly at all. Of course, he wasn't the best at editing at the time, but he was still very good. And as he kept posting videos for many years. Until about 2009, 2010-ish. And that's when the bot crisis happened. If you guys do not know, the bot crisis is where internet rejects of nothing better to do in their lives decided to attack Team Fortress with bots. They would use scripts to play the game for them, and the moment you'd walk into the line of sight, you'd be dead. And Valve, being the absolute great company, decided to do jack for it. They left Team Fortress to die, and they gave us a small fix that was supposed to fix them, and that we were promised. But instead of actually fixing the bot issue, they just removed free-to-play's ability to talk and forced talking and communication via paywall. And so, obviously, free-to-plays were pissed, and actual regular players were pissed because it didn't actually fix anything, because bots was still just gonna, be there. And the main reason the Valve did this is because the bots would be yelling copyrighted music, which they didn't want to get into legal trouble about, so they decided to just, ban talking for free-to-plays. And they thought that if in this way, botters wouldn't do anything. But if you look at the store, or just the community market, there's many items that are just worth practically nothing. So botters would just buy those items, and bada bing, they could be spamming music once more. And even then, even if they decided not to buy the things, and even if they couldn't buy it and they just didn't want to, it doesn't change the fact that they're probably gonna keep doing what they're doing because there's not actually a reason not to. They don't get banned, and they just get vote kicked, and now they even made the bots unvote kickable because they would have so many of them in the lobbies that entire games and servers would be taken over by bots. An entire lobby, entire games would be just taken over by a group of bots and hackers. Because not all cheaters were bots. Many of them were actual humans who would quickly the moment anybody would vote click, immediately be like, no, we're not hacking, I'm not a bot, and many new players would just not do anything. And Uncle Dane saw this, and he decided to make a plan. Well, the rest of Valve had the heads shoved up their right now, and decided that they didn't have to do anything, and that was okay. Uncle Dane released single-handedly maybe one of the best things that ever happened to Team Fortress 2 in a very long time since the Golden Era. He released Uncleopia. Uncleopia is a series of servers that he created himself. Well, he didn't create them, but he hosted them himself. He created many rules, most of which were appreciated by the community, such as the removal of random crits from the game, from the servers, and that there were no bots, as community servers have actual people who cared about it, and were able to remove them. But he also had some rules. He had two main rules. Number one, the removal of random crits, which if you were someone who actually got mad about that, the community would kind of bully you because, you just don't have skill. And then also, which is the more controversial one, the class limit of 3. And the class limit of 3 prevents 12 stacks, which people found fair, but also people felt that if people insta-locked some of their favorite classes, they felt that it was very unfair. That they didn't get to play their classes because other people decided to pick them. And the main reason I say that that's stupid is that, first of all, you can just switch servers, which is what you could do. But also, you can just go play casual. But at the time, you couldn't play casual, so it was Uncleopia, or you have to spend an hour trying to find a server that wasn't infested with bots. So many people decided to just pick Uncleopia. Now, they had some other rules that were more controversial, but I don't want to spend 30 minutes talking about this. So, those were the main rules. And most people, as I said, were fine with it. And of course, there were still complaints. Some said that because Uncle Dane decided to put out a system where you had to be close. You didn't have to be close, but you had to be at least near where the server originated from. Let's say you could, if you were in Texas, you could connect to an Orlando server. And some people said that if they didn't have a server close enough, they couldn't play. Oh, there was a lag limiter, never mind. Yeah. But many just kind of point out just there were servers almost all around the world now, so just go over to whichever server that's closest to you and just play there, to be perfectly honest. He was a little nervous at the beginning about how, how people would react to the servers, but the majority of the player base loved it. Most of the player base decided that it was a very good improvement from casual. And some even said they stopped playing casual altogether just to play Uncleopia. Do I think it's better than Uncleopia? Do you think Uncleopia is better than it? I do, in my personal opinion. In my personal opinion, it shouldn't really matter what anyone else thinks. I think it's matter what most people think. If you like the server better than it, then you should play it. Play whatever you guys want. But Uncle Dan is remembered and is still considered one of the best Team Fortress 2 YouTubers out there. But do I think he is the best? Is he my favorite? He's one of my favorites. I love MVM a little bit more than I like casual, so I'm a little biased because I don't play casual as much anymore as I do MVM. So my favorite is the next person we're going to talk about in the next part of the series, Weezer, or the Banana Man. I don't really know how to say his name. I call him the Banana Man. But the main thing that makes him so good as a YouTuber, Uncle Dan, is that he's a good guy. Like, let's be honest, a lot of YouTubers are kind of jerks in real life, but just put on the persona. But according to many, he is an actual very nice guy to play with and be around, which I'm fine with. I love it. I love it when YouTubers are actually nice, like in the videos. And of course, many people still have their complaints. Of course, anybody has a complaint. People say that people try to cancel Mr. Beast. If they try to cancel Mr. Beast, I think they have a problem with anybody at this point. It's to the point where if the YouTuber's good, they get more canceled than the bad YouTubers now. Which, in my opinion, is just a stupid way to have it. But the main thing is that, in my opinion, Uncle Dane is still one of the absolute best Team Fortress YouTubers out there. And I would recommend everyone watching this video to finish this video and go turn on an Uncle Dane video. Maybe you want to learn some things about engineer. Maybe you want to learn about pyro. He has a video. And I can almost guarantee that you will be entertained. Unless you're a sociopath. who doesn't like being entertained, then I don't know what to tell you. Too bad. You're gonna have fun. Alright guys, this is the end of the video. It's a pretty fun video. We're gonna be doing a lot more like this. We're gonna be doing next one about Weezer, and then the next one maybe about El Maxo. I'll be doing the history of El Maxo the best I can. Or it might be the Great Dove, Great Blue. There's a lot of really great TF2 YouTubers. Just trying to find one that I love the most. Just trying to pick out my favorite is an impossible job. It's an impossible job to do. But do I think I know which one I like the best? Most likely, it'd probably be Uncle Dane. If I had to pick the one who probably did the most for the community in general, I'd say Uncle Dane in a heartbeat. Uncle Dane has done so much for his community, and we owe him for so much. That I will leave a link to this channel, and I want all of you just turn off the video and have a great time watching him. And have a great day. Goodbye.